I've just got to get ready to go and sprinkle some of my mum's ashes, and I've done it for the last 15 years and I've never cried. I've never ever cried because it's just not that big deal. But I've always done it just like on holidays, on random days, and I've just realised this is the most biggest place she wanted to come is Thailand. I've just realised tomorrow marks 15 years we buried her. It was at a funeral, and we decided to cremate her and sprinkle her all over the place, which my family didn't. Like, my uncle and grandma were a bit like, okay, but they knew we knew our mom, and they knew that that's what she would have wanted. And 15 years, it literally is the day tomorrow, which when the funeral was, which is probably the hardest day I've ever experienced in my whole life. I paid for a funeral at 25. I had no money. My mum was in debt. She had a mortgage. She had a house, which 10 years later I got some money from, but I had to fix up the house. I had to pay for the funeral at 25 as a single mom. I had no help from anyone. I did have help from people, sorry, that sounds really freaking ridiculous because I had nothing but help from people, but I'm saying, like, financially, I was very much a single income household, like my mother was. That I've just read this poem that my sister wrote. I'm going to read it now because this is what's made me cry. The realisation that I'm in the place where she wanted to go. It's her anniversary, 15 years. The funeral is 15 years tomorrow, and we're literally going. And also, it's really about me starting a new chapter, because despite my life looking very much like my mum's, I was determined to do all the things that she couldn't do, like not become an alcoholic and achieve the career that I wanted to achieve, and I've done it. And I'm just really emotional, and I just thought, you know what? People like emotions on camera these days because we're all turning into fucking robots. So I'm not trying to get, you get so many of these cryy videos. And I'm not doing that. I'm just simply talking with emotion, and there's tears involved. But I want to read this poem. Okay. There once was a girl named Susan. Her dreams so big and bright. Because if there's one thing my mom gave us, was the ability to dream. Although her plans not always realistic, and the reality is, reading this, age 40, I know my kids feel exactly the same way as we did about her. Her plans not realistic. We are products of our parents in so many ways, and you don't realise. Her thoughts she thought were right. She dreamt of a fashion label, maybe a YouTube channel, designs from Paris to New York. And one day she would get close to this, but first she'd get a gift from the stork. With her creative flow and outrageous clothes, this girl, she quickly grew. But then she met a boy one day, and love was all she knew. While partying hard and kissing boys, my mum knew how to party, would only lead to one thing: a daughter who thought she knew it all, and the other that did nothing but sing. Her parenting techniques were somewhat different, but she was passionate, fun and quirky. She made the very best fancy dressed outfit, but she screwed up the Christmas turkey. She loved her dogs, Soda and Birdie. Strange names, some may say, but my mum did everything with style and flair, and she treated her dogs the same way. She soon became a grandmother. At 42, she was not impressed, but she loved that little girl so much, Kyla, and she tried her very best. This tale is of a woman so strong, loved so much by many a friend, and although she got lost along life's path, thank you for being there at the end. God, it still gets you. And that's okay. Like, you might be like, God, get over it, 15 years ago. She's a loved one. But no, do not buy into this bullshit that tears mean weakness. It is the brain's way of farting shit out. You do not want to be full of gas. You do not want to be full of shit up there. Fart those tears out. Grief isn't something that just goes after 15 years. Grief is part of your journey, and it doesn't end. And I'm not doing this like cry video because I want to get attention. I'm doing a cry video because we don't know emotion anymore. We are becoming robotic, and we don't know how to process emotion. And the people that do know how to process emotion are not being able to connect with the people that don't, and it's becoming a problem. Anyway, I'm going to go and sprinkle Mum's ashes today, 21st of April, which is 15 years ago that we cremated her, and I find it like 15 years and she's going to be in the place that she wanted to go to so much, because I remember watching that film Beach, you know, that was a 90s classic, and my mum was just like, one day I'll get there. Anyway, I'm so emotional. Have a really good day.
You putting man on the floor?
No, I'm trying to...
How much is that?